after a long time. Hopefully, I'm accumulating parts, so things should be like weekly instead of monthly or whatever. But the point is, not quite sure yet, but I'm gonna start off with this video of replacing, I forgot where I put the vacuum hoses and whatnot, for pretty much the blow-off system. Might as well to kind of match everything. Like these colors, well, I think that one's a little darker, but the point is I'm using HPS performance products. I think that's the whole name, whatever. But I first bought their radiator hose kit, silicone tube hose kit from them first, and then kind of I started buying hoses, and I was happy with the hoses, happy with the kit, and I mainly use them for all the heater hoses for the heater system for the car, in the car too as well. I pretty much replaced all but maybe stuff all over the place. I need to get this cleaned out before I really get going, but you know, I replaced main heater hose and whatnot. Like these, this is separate, that's separate. I kind of want to replace this guy, but I'm gonna wait. I don't know, whatever amount of time. There's probably a couple more, but not a big deal. But in this, the first half of this, I'll be replacing all these hoses, these guys, and then I think, let's see, where is it? Oh, this guy, you know, a bunch of them, kind of to match the color more, even though it's kind of interesting. Most of the outside of the car accents will be green, engine bay blue. Yeah, you can interpret that however you please. You know, logos, I mean, got green and black and different, you know, that's the logo. I'm gonna revise it and have somebody revise it and whatnot. It'll be very similar as that, but I want it more simplified, because the problem is I made the logo through like an app and stuff, and problem is I can't make it big enough, and yeah, a bunch of factors. But the point is, the second half, I believe the goal is to get the kill switch wired properly, because apparently I overthought things and it didn't work how it was supposed to, and it's how it's required to work. You know, shut off the car while the car's running. So I had to do a little research, or just get an idea, or I can't think of what I want to say, but maybe you'll know what I'm trying to say. You know, just to, you know, get an idea or figure it out. But I don't have to do a heck of a lot of replacing, but the biggest thing is I'm redoing the mount for the kill switch, because I'm going to be putting the intercom system on the same mount. It'll be in the same area. It's just I'm redoing it out of thinner aluminum, and I'll be getting a metal brake as well eventually, and then just put them on the same mount. Other than that, that'll be the second half. This will be as quick as I can video. But yeah, one more thing is, for the interior lighting, I got these, I think I can't remember the full name, but they're Lux lights, I believe the name is called. I know it's Lux something. But what these are really, excuse me, They're really rock lights that this company makes. And what these are, if you can see those 4 black dots, they're magnets. So what they do, you know, obviously magnetize, and they're, hopefully it's kind of flat, and they're pretty freaking strong. So I'm going with those. It works. It's better than trying to drill and mount or zip tie, you know, unnecessarily, you know, figure something out. They're priced good, and that'll be a different video for the install. It'll be kind of later, probably more of a in an electrical vehicle, or electrical vehicle. Those things are crap. No, electrical video. You know, because there's quite a few things I gotta get, but you know, might as well get the kill switch because it's fresh in my mind how to do it. I'll be redoing stuff, getting the light. Probably put the light bar setup on. Same video, you know, trying to figure stuff out. But the point is, in this video is that for tonight, the first half is replacing all the vacuum blow-off valve hoses. You know, or are they vacuum boost, vacuum boot, whatever. The point is getting some hoses replaced, and then after that, tomorrow, let's do the kill switch, and you know, be done with that. So here we go. Well, it's the next day, and I completely forgot. Oh, I can't finish the hoses, kind of without the turbo. And I don't know if the turbo's on the way yet, or the stuff getting coated, which involves pretty much the turbo and whatnot. And I don't have the gaskets and new hoses and stuff like that. So I can't even, excuse me, I can't even 100% finish. But I did get most of those, and I'm probably going to replace that stupid air oil separator. I didn't realize that there was oil just sitting. When I took it off and rotated a little bit, decided to dump oil, probably saw that. I didn't expect that. I should have, but I gotta figure out a better system, because I got a catch can, but I don't think it's the concept isn't working how it's supposed to. So I think I gotta over the winter is hopefully get a mill and a lathe and kind of build a custom piece that fits in there, and then routes a certain way, and then get the same Mishimoto company but a 3 inlet catch can that has baffles to replace that. But the next thing is, moving on from that, I rerouted stuff, made it a little cleaner. As you can see before, this tee, everything was butt up, and I think there was a risk of, you know, leakage, pretty much. But other than that, the next step is going after to reroute the wires. And again, something else that I can't completely do because I'm changing the setup for the battery. I don't even know where the battery is, but that's not the point. I'm replacing the factory battery, or factory size, pretty much a factory battery, even though it's probably aftermarket or whatever it is, to a anti-gravity battery that weighs like 8.5 pounds versus I think that one was like 36 or something pounds. So per the rules, lead acid batteries have to be in an enclosed box, but that's a lithium battery. So pretty much what I could do is make a open battery box, which I plan on doing, because I pretty much already have the holes drilled and riv nut the 4 corners, like so. It's kind of dark. Hopefully I'll get like a nice work light or something. But those 4 pretty much riv nuts that are in there pretty much hold the 4 corners of what it was, the enclosed battery box. And so per the rules, the battery has to be in a way directly, kind of like how the harness has to be bolted through the floor, the structural part of the floor, or you know, something in that aspect, how it's worded. So pretty much, you know, riv nuts aren't acceptable, I guess, but the thing is, the actual studs that hold the actual battery down will be going directly through the floor. Washer, nut, and all that stuff. Lock washer, probably lock nut, probably as well. So that'll be properly done. Just the, you know, the box will be, you know, riv nutted. You know, nice, quick, and easy. Easier than trying to go underneath with knots and all that nonsense. But I can't completely finish that because I don't have the battery, and there's no point in ordering the battery because it's like $650. Have it sitting around and whatnot. Might as well finish the back half of that wiring when I have the battery and the battery box done. So, you know, whatever. I'm not wasting battery, whatnot, but I'm at least gonna try and get at least the alternator wire out routed, and then at least the engine section routed. Actually, think about it, I gotta do less than I thought. I don't have to unbolt the nut, or loosen the nut for the kill switch. So I just gotta loosen the nut on the distribution bar. Hopefully it's not too dark if you can see it up here. I just gotta loosen the nut for this. Actually, I'll take it off right now, show you real quick where I get to work. I just have to loosen this nut. Pretty much what I have to do, I'll show a diagram in a second, but pretty much I have to take this wire off. This wire stays from going to the kill switch. Just take this wire off. This is the starter wire with the fuse. It's pitch black, so I doubt you can go up and see maybe a little bit. This is pretty much an inline, or just a fuse, small fuse box specifically for the starter. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go get at it. Here we go. But first, before we get to work, I gotta show you this, because I almost forgot, is how it's routed now is here, is that fuse bar, distribution block here, goes out to the engine bay, to the alternator, and connects again, go to the kill switch, and then goes from that to the battery. And the problem is, if it's obvious, you can see, is if the kill switch is engaged, as in there's no power flow from here, the kill switch, this way to the distribution bar, obviously it's not going to power the car. But if it's switched on, or allowing, or it's closed, so it's allowing flow to go through, obviously, you know, everything's moving through how it should. But the problem is when the car is running, and I can't believe I did it this way. I wasn't thinking. You know, overthinking is probably what happened. Is I go to, as this car's running, as I kill the switch, everything's still working, because really the battery, all that really does is starts the car and run minor accessories. That's really, in reality, all that battery does. But when the car is started and running, it runs everything. So, you know, alternator, car's running, kills the car, doesn't really kill the car, because alternator power, or the alternator flow, is going to this distribution. You got all those other lines that I have on there running. So in reality, the starter wouldn't go, but the alternator would still be running the car. So per the rules, it has to shut off the car while it's running. So what I'll be doing to change that so it works properly is, I don't really have to technically do this, but I kind of want to do. I'll add just one stud power connector here, and obviously still got that distribution block, or bar really is what it is. And what is staying is that one cable from that kill switch to the distribution bar. That'll be a wire going from here to the battery. The only difference is, well, I mean, besides adding that, and obviously you got ground going whatever to the chassis. All that's happening is, however I'm going to do it, I'm going to go around that distribution bar straight to that stud. So if you can see what I'm getting at, is if this switches off or activated, however you want to put it, the car obviously will not start, same as before. But now, if the car is started and running, and if this switch obviously is still on, car's running, and if this switch turns off, the thing is, because alternator's running the car, now the alternator's charging the battery, So the power is on this side of the kill switch, and as the switch is engaged to kill it, power stops flowing because you're opening the switch, opening the circuit, and there's no power going to this distribution bar, which is feeding the fuse box, the power steering, which is whatever. I'm pretty sure I also have the fan on there. I think going there, and I think that's it. Just those three others. So the biggest thing is the fuse box, which in turn is powering the computer for the car, which turns everything off. So plain and simple. Hey, if that helps anybody, I got this from, or like the idea, or like, you know, plain and simple the idea. You know, I just needed, you know, somebody drawing it out or something, just, you know, being like, oh, that was obvious. It was the Motion Raceworks, I think it was the tech tip section or something like that of the Motion Raceworks YouTube channel. So yeah, I mean, this is a very rough thing. I'll put, I guess I'll label them if you're interested in, you know, oh, I don't know, taking a screenshot or whatever. So alternator, wow, that was terrible. Alternator, battery, KS, D, distribution bar, whatever, and stud. Probably way off, misspelled distribution. But yeah, alternator, distribution block, kill switch, that stud, and the battery. All right, so I had planned on trying one thing, but that didn't quite work out how I thought. So I'm gonna do it how I usually do it. So pretty much, I'll show you how I crimp these battery cable eyelets, and you know, heat shrink and get everything set up, and then that'll be pretty much the end of the video, because there's no point in, you know, showing you routing everything. You know, I don't know, for watching it, for most people it might be boring. For me, I enjoy wiring quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is show you real quick, and then in the future, when things start moving a lot more, you know, I'll show you obviously the finished product. But yeah, I'm gonna show you this, and then that'll be the end of the video. And start off, pretty much common sense stuff. Make sure you have the right size eyelet for the gauge, and obviously what you're doing, because obviously it could screw you over. You get the wrong hole size on and whatnot. Next is how I do it, is kind of about the width of your thumb, and then to make it easy, do a little twist on these. Then you go. I have one of the hammering style ones, so just slap it in there, like kind of so. And a big thing usually is orientation sometimes. So sometimes you'll have to orientate with the wire you're doing. I'll show you an example in a second. I think the one I took off because kind of how the hump on these is just orientated, but pretty much throw it in there like so. Give it one good schwack and then another one till you kind of hear a solid sound. Pull it out, check it. This one's a little off. It's not the best I've done, but pull it out, do a quick check, pull check. Then also I forgot, hopefully not doing it at the same time as I'm doing it, but make sure you have heat shrink that you put over it. Slide it over it. Pretty much get your heat gun or torch or something like that. If you use a torch, be careful to not overheat this heat shrink, and pretty much, you know, turn it on and in mass spec shrink it. And there you go. These have kind of like a glue type insert or internally. So when you heat these up, these kind of seal. I don't know if you can see the little glue lip right at the end of that. Maybe you can. But yeah, that's pretty much it, how I do it. And that'll be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Pretty much see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.